The Sopranos came out January 10th, 1999 and ended in June 10th, 2007. And if you look at the series from a surface level perspective, you'd think it would turn into a giant flop. A mob boss in New Jersey having panic attacks and seeing a therapist while in the midst of running a crime family. This already shows red flags of being contrary to what we typically see in the greatest mob films.
Tony, what are you talking about?
You know what I'm talking about, you fucking cockroach.
What are you talking about? Come on, you listen to me, huh?
So what made this one of the greatest television shows of all time? That answer has many layers to it, and even some controversial to popular culture. The acting is amazing. I'm not going to say too much about this since it already really speaks for itself. You know and I know James Gandolfini was made for this role. He's able to adapt to every kind of situation or setting while still staying true to the roots of his character. He even did some method acting for scenes like when he had food poisoning for an episode and getting himself hungry and angry before the big blowout with Carmela in the home theater room.
And then it all comes back.
And of course, the rest of the cast was phenomenal as well. That can't be disputed. But one of the best things that made this show so great was the unpredictability of its direction and just how dynamic it would be. Watching episode by episode, you never knew what you were getting. It could be an episode focused more on comedy, it could be a serious episode, it could be a violent episode, or a very thought-provoking episode. When you look at that on paper, you'd think it would be a mess of a show and all over the map.
Yeah, I love you too.
But the way the directors and writers incorporated all of this, you were always on the same track, and the character development was so good, it kept the show grounded. Tony Soprano himself was unpredictable. One minute he's doing his own thing and feeling like a thoughtful, nice guy, and the next minute he can fly off the handle.
Hey, throw it all away there. Waste it all, fucking John D. Rockefeller. Waste it all.
And that's what you want to see with your characters on the big screen, because you can kind of relate that to reality in your own life. And that's where some of these shows head in the wrong direction. Everything becomes predictable in the story along with the characters, and your brain is never challenged. That's why The Sopranos got away with having a tough guy, alpha male mob boss having panic attacks and seeing a therapist. Because in real life, nobody is completely bulletproof, and that makes Tony Soprano more relatable to us, minus the sociopathic tendencies, like the aggression and violence, of course.
You stick to what you know and leave your opinions wherever the fuck.
But with that being said, you can't call this a perfect show, because real life is not perfect. That makes this show a masterpiece, imitating and simulating the unpredictable ups and downs of pure reality. 90% of films out there don't get anywhere close to imitating that at such a high level.
To the victor belongs the spoils.
Why don't you get the fuck out of here before I shove your quotations book up your fat fucking ass?
Someone asked me the other day, could you make The Sopranos in 2023? And the answer to that is, well, they made a prequel in 2021, so technically yes. But the real answer is no. And this is where things get a bit controversial, so you've been warned. The Sopranos can't be made today to its fullest extent due to some of the characters' beliefs. Again, like I said before, The Sopranos made this show 100% real. And when you're creating a sociopathic and aggressive mob boss that was born in the late 50s, there's a high chance of him being divisive in his views, to say the least. In 2023, you can't depict this in films, and if you try, you're sticking your neck out. In The Many Saints of Newark, you saw some hints of this language from Tony Soprano's father and other characters, but nothing compared to the things that are said in The Sopranos. Which, if you're looking for accuracy, whether we want to believe it or not, the New Jersey crime family would be way worse with their colorful language in the late 60s. So being historically accurate about the things that happened in the past can't be incorporated when it comes to today's standards in filmmaking. My theory on this is to learn from history so we don't repeat it. It's another ugly element that shows the accurate dark side of these characters. The Sopranos was able to show every aspect of these characters to their full extent. And sometimes it got ugly. but the best works of art are able to trigger our emotions. Now, I had to clear that up in a very detailed way because it is a very sensitive topic.
The Sopranos. You go too far.
The Sopranos shows the ups and the downs, the good, the bad, and the ugly. It's a raw look into the human condition and the complexity of the people and setting around us. This is something you don't typically see anymore. Everything has to be a certain way, characters and stories are meant to look polished and show how things should be or how things should have always been, while neglecting how things are and how they really were. The good and the unfortunate through the past and present.
Exactly.
You don't even know what he said.
Fuck you, I did too.
What then?
I understood.
What's it mean?
It means, sit on this, cocksucker.
In comparison to other mob flicks, this has its own place. It's not like others and it stands out. The Sopranos was a show that set up standards that we see in other shows to this very day. Character development and unpredictability in storylines are just some of these examples. So the next time you rewatch The Sopranos, or if you're watching for the first time ever, take in every aspect of it and behold the craziness of each episode.
I've been dreaming of that fucking lo mein all the way to fuck over here. Now who came in here and ate my shit?
Now, if you like this video, click the like button below and also subscribe to see more videos like this. I want to thank you for watching, and we will see you in the next video.